God is saying, stop scrolling. This is not just a video, it's a divine setup. God made sure you would see this right now, at this exact moment. What's about to tell will shake your soul. Don't skip this video until the end. My beloved child, I'm here now declaring to you my undying, unshakable love. With arms wide open, I envelop you in a blanket of affection, tenderness, and profound peace, surrounding your heart with calmness that soothes every ache. I place a gentle, loving hand upon your head and whisper softly, I love you, my dear child. No words could ever fully capture the depths of my adoration for you. My love stretches beyond every limit, touching the very core of your being. Feel it now deep within your soul and accept it completely without hesitation or doubt. You are deserving of this love, this joy. They struggle to accept it, yet they know it is real. Their pride prevents them from admitting it openly. But they watch you closely, observing quietly, learning from the very spirit they try to extinguish. Those who once dismissed your name with a glance now speak it softly. My beloved child, as if it holds a power that reminds them of what they let slip away. It causes them pain, doesn't it? The truth dawns on them that you exceeded every limit they set, and your being now transforms the very environment they sought to dominate. You were the one they excluded, kept distant, spoken of negatively, and attempted to leave behind. But a flow of life ensures that certain individuals are necessary for certain moments. You were the one they removed from consideration. Now you are the standard by which others are considered. They attempted to overlook your being, and now it is impossible to avoid. You became the example they must acknowledge, the standard they outwardly ignore while inwardly measuring themselves against it. Let me be clear, my cherished one. They did not merely dismiss you. They found satisfaction in it. They felt a sense of control when they excluded you. They felt important when they spoke lightly of your difficulties. They found pleasure in your name when it was linked to hardship, hurt, or being alone. But now that same name causes unease. Your light disrupts their familiar comfort. Your accomplishments disturb their trivial conversations. Your name brings a quietness, not a peace, but one that loudly declares their mistake. And the wonder of it is, you never had to force your way into their regard. You didn't seek their approval. You weren't even trying to gain their admiration. What I have done in you, my child, this is what truly reaches them. You weren't reaching for their nod of agreement. You were simply settling into the space I made for you. You weren't trying to put on a show. But now your very existence is the undeniable proof. You didn't have to make others smaller. You just grew strong enough that they couldn't miss you. Your name is now on the lips of those who swore they would never speak it. You are the standard they measure against, the reason for their uncertainty, the mirror reflecting their sadness. You are the living proof they wish didn't exist, because it shows they bet against one I hold dear. This is not just some form of settling a score. This is the revealing of my purpose. This is what happens when those I love are allowed to thrive when the time is right, my cherished one. Not for fame or public applause, but to show the true nature of those who laughed when they pushed you away. You were the name they tried to silence, and now it echoes with greater strength. You are more than just something they talk about. You are fixed in their minds, not with sadness, but with a certain regard, because they failed to see they were actually setting the stage for how you would be remembered. And all they can do now is watch, because who you are now carries a unique weight, my child. and those who are not in step with it feel the distance. You are not just physically present in spaces anymore, my child. Understand this. Your very being carried a certain significance. You were the gentle force others noticed, the topic that came up when they spoke, the clear example of what it means to grow. They compared themselves to you, even when they acted like they didn't see. Even if they wouldn't say it, they learned lessons from you. They observed when you chose to move, the calm power when you were still, the way you came back after hardship. And every time your name is mentioned, it brings back the memory of what they tried to push away and failed. Do not mistake their quietness. That stillness holds a deep weight of sorrow. Each time they hesitate when your name comes up is a moment they recall how they acted toward you. Every uneasy movement, every sudden change in what they are talking about, every strange smile that is not ease, my beloved child, that is unease. That is sadness they cannot voice. That is them understanding that the one they turned from was the one whose presence was truly essential. So let them speak low, let them whisper, let them remain with the sound of your name, which now carries more power than any praise they could give. Because now you do not need their validation. Who you are is strong enough. What you have accomplished is clear evidence. The steady way you walk is the final word. You were the one they wrote off. Now you are the one who stands apart, the one held in regard, the one at the heart of things. They could not keep you out of the place because you were the very thing that kept that place stable. Allow that truth to settle. They sent you away and sent away the peace that came with you. They did not simply lose you. They lost the stillness that only arrived because of you. They believed they were helping themselves when they moved you aside, telling themselves they were getting rid of trouble, removing things that pulled their attention, guarding their own quiet. But understand this truth. You were the steady quiet. You were why disorder did not take over sooner. You were the stabilizing presence. They never saw the worth of the clear way of seeing things they never prized. The gift they never knew they had until it went away with you. And now their world feels more noisy than it did. Confusion echoes through their time. Things that used to work easily now fall apart without a clear cause. And they are left wondering, why does nothing feel right anymore? Because you were the safe place. Your being there brought stability to the air around you, even when you did not know it. The good heart you had softened troubles they did not even see coming. The gentle spirit you showed created a protection they ignored until the moment it was no longer there. Let me be clear about one thing. They did not turn you away to keep themselves safe. They turned you away to feed their own sense of importance. But you were trying to keep things from falling apart around them. And now the way things are set up is weakening little by little. And they cannot fix it because you were the part that kept it stable. It is like taking away the very thing that kept everything working together because you did not like the sound it made, only to understand later that nothing works as it should. Now the moments are not right. The flow is disrupted, and the one they tried to quiet was actually the one who brought things into order. They shed tears when no one sees, not just because they long for you, but because they miss the way their lives felt when you were near. The clear sight, the sense of purpose, the calm strength, that stable effect that kept their lives in balance. They perceive a lack now, and regardless of who they draw near or what they pursue, nothing brings lasting calm because What was within you was one of a kind. I put it there myself. And do not feel sad about going. Do not wonder if you should have stayed longer, worked harder, said more. The reality is you are not intended to fix their inner brokenness. You were meant to shine with my light, not ask for leave to glow. I did not guide you away from them to bring them hardship. I did it to keep you from harm. I saw the change coming before they did. I saw the faults in how they lived, and I led you away so you could truly thrive. Allow them to face the confusion. Let them face the hardship because the peace they once knew was with them because of you, and they pushed it away. They took you lightly. Now the way you live teaches them a truth they cannot look away from. They tried to make you seem less. Now you are the clear reality that ended their mistaken way of seeing. They didn't just chuckle, they scorned. They didn't just speak, they twisted the truth. They thought they were smart, but all they did was become small in the unfolding of the important path I set out for you from the first moment. And now that past finding things funny has become a deep lesson for their lives. One they cannot get away from. You did more than just get back on your feet. You grew into the one they said you could never be, and that way they had of putting you down. That is the end of their mistaken view, because your calm presence now stills their noise. Simply by being you, you quiet the empty talk. The one you have become shifts the whole picture and their former amusement. Amen.